Where do you think I am right now? I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did you guess? Wait, let me see if I can give you guys like a little bit of a hint. This way, if you know, you know. Okay, so I'm in Germany right now. I am in Frankfurt, the airport. I know I've been MIA, but I'm heading home to Saudi Arabia and I want to take you guys with me. So buckle up. We are going home for, I think, the last time. They believe my parents won't be living there much longer. So this should be a very special and memorable experience. The last time I was here, I was on my way to Turkey and this was in May. Didn't vlog that experience. And I have my reasons. Well, I did vlog it, I just didn't put out the vlog for you guys to see. I might go back and share it with you guys. I might not, we'll see. But the last time I was here, it was a horrible experience. I was sitting in this exact position and I had flown with Condor on the way back to Toronto. There was a huge delay, over 24 hours in this freaking airport, and I think the airlines organized so that people could stay in a hotel, and I couldn't leave the airport because I'm Nigerian. I have a Nigerian passport, but I am a Canadian PR. So I don't exactly have the privileges that Canadians or Americans or some people out there have. So since I didn't have a visa to leave the airport, I had to remain in the airport. And basically I was sent from freaking one gate, one end of like the airport to another end of the airport and so forth. Like I was given the runaround, and I think I was doing that for like almost 2 hours. And at one point I just sat down and I started to cry because my knee was hurting. I don't know if you guys are new to my channel. If you are, hello. I've had like 2 knee surgeries in the past, so sometimes like when I put a lot of pressure and stress onto my knee, like I start to feel pain. So my knee was hurting. I was pissed at that point. And they told me to come to this exact area to get a cabin to stay for a few hours. So when I came to this place, all the cabins were reserved. There are 3 cabins and there was nobody in the cabins, but they were reserved. And like, of course, in that moment, like I was just so pissed. Like in my head I was thinking, if someone makes a reservation and they don't show up after 2 hours or after 3 hours, then the cabin, which they're called nap cabins, by the way, I'll give you guys the information just in case you're flying through Germany, or maybe other airports have it and you're thinking of like you have a long delay, like a long layover, and you want to sleep. This is a good thing. But in that moment, as I was saying, I was thinking, if someone doesn't show up after an hour or 2 hours, their reservation should be canceled. That was my initial thought, because I sat in this very chair and slept here for like freaking 8 hours. I was in agony basically. But now that it's been a few months have passed and I'm just rethinking the situation, what I would say that would be different is that if someone makes a reservation and they don't show up after 1 hour or 2 hours, it should be put on like standby, so that someone who is in the airport can use the cabin while no one's in it. But if the individual does show up later on, they can knock on the door or something and there's a person here that changes the nap cabins between stays, so the person can quickly change it and get ready for the other individual who like initially reserved it, and voila, it's a win-win. Because if they don't show up, then the person who's actually here like hoping to use the cabin can use the cabin, because a lot of the times people don't know about these cabins. They might be walking around and then they like think, oh, they come across it and they want to use it, and if it's reserved for freaking 10 hours and no one's there, like it's kind of unfair, and it's, I don't know, it's just dumb in a way. And also I feel like the nap cabin like company could probably make more profit, because the original reservation has to pay, and then the person who gets into the cabin in the meantime would also have to pay. So it'd be a win-win for everybody. But anyway, long story short, yeah, I knew that I'd be sitting in Germany for like, I have a long layover, so I reserved the nap cabin. I believe my reservation will start in 12 minutes, so I might walk around the airport for a little bit before going in there and taking a nap, or maybe just talking to you guys even more, catching up with you guys. So my goal is to vlog for Vlogmas. I've never vlogged for Vlogmas, and I'm pretty bad at like vlogging in general, and I want to do better. I want more people to come to my channel, so I feel like I need to it's loud. So I feel like I need to put myself out there more. So I need you guys to keep me accountable. Today is actually December 1st. I'll show you guys proof. If you can see. I think we saw that. Anyway, it's Thursday, December 1st. Day 1 of Vlogmas. I might end up, look at me, just looking for shortcuts already, but I was gonna say I might end up like moving some days together, but I'm gonna do my best to vlog every single day. So this first vlog will just be in the airport. I'm not gonna land in Dammam, Saudi Arabia until 10:40, so I probably won't get home until midnight, and then yeah, I'll just sleep it off and pick up the camera and start off with day 2 as well. But leading to this very point, I have had a very stressful few hours. Initially, I had booked my flight so that I would be going from Toronto. There's a layover in New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, and then Frankfurt, and then I think standby, like a lobbying, so you remain in the plane in Kuwait, and then Dammam. But as I was checking in yesterday, because I got a notification on my phone that I could check in, and I was like, you know what, let me just freaking check in. Why not? Let me just do that. And if you guys know me, you know that I love to be prepared. Like, I am not one to play around with being disorganized. I am so organized. Like, I make sure that everything is ready to go days, weeks, months in advance, because I don't want like any freaking stories later on. So I had called like Priceline, which is what I booked my flight through, and I had asked them like, is there any COVID restrictions that I need to be aware of and prepared for, or do I have to take the test, and like, are there any other restrictions that, like, is there any documents required for me to make it to my final destination? And they had said no. And then I called United Airlines and Lufthansa, because those were 2 airlines that I would be taking with my first leg, and I asked them the same question, and they had said no. So I was like, okay, cool, I am good to go. Oh, wonderful. But as I was checking in yesterday, I got this yellow sign with an exclamation mark, and it said, I'm sorry guys, I'm a bit sick right now. It's not the best time to be traveling. I was sitting by 2 people, like, well, one person, I was on the window, and then the other person, and yeah, I was coughing. I don't have COVID, guys, but I am a bit sick. It's been, this is life. You know, I'm coming from the cold, winter and stuff like that. I hope someone's not trying to steal my cabin. I need to go in there soon. But anyway, let me keep explaining my story. I saw that exclamation mark, and I was reading through what was required for me to get on the plane, because as a Nigerian citizen, I have always known that like your trip is never guaranteed. There's so much documentation required in order for you to get from point A to point B. So I applied for the visas that I needed to apply for, but I missed one. Because I was flying through the States, like there was a layover in the States. It's not that I was getting off the plane, but because I'd be touching down in the States, and I don't have a US visa at the moment, US transit visa was required, and I had no fucking excuse my language, no freaking idea that this was required. So I had called them and I was like, I didn't know that this was required, like what can we do? I first called United Airlines and they're like, oh, we apologize. I'm like, you can't just apologize to me. Apology is not gonna do anything for me right now. Y'all need to freaking fix this. So I spoke to an agent and he was kind and everything, and he tried to calm me down and say that there's another option, but I have to pay an extra freaking $1,000. I was like, what the fuck? What the frick? I know. So I was like, let me speak to your manager. Like, you guys need to do something better for me. I spoke to the manager. The manager was freaking, the manager from my experience was an idiot. Compared to the agent should have been the manager. The manager was so, like, didn't have any knowledge about the situation, was rude, and just F. His name is Rahul. I'm just gonna give his name off because I freaking had a horrible experience with him. I was so pissed. I was on the phone with them for 2 hours, and basically he's reminding me, he's like, ma'am, I'm the manager. You're speaking to the manager. I'm like, I don't give a shit if you're the manager. Like, make this right. You guys, this is you guys' bad. I did my due diligence and you guys messed me over. Like, make this right. Long story short, got off the phone with them, nothing worked out. I called Priceline and I was trying to figure out with them, and oh my gosh, another batch of just freaking idiots following the guidelines. Honestly, we need to really change this whole like, oh, I'm following the guidelines. Like, sometimes there needs to be exceptions. Like, exceptions need to be freaking made. But anyway, I started speaking to them. I let them know, I was like, look, if anything, can you just cancel the first part of my trip, so from Toronto to Germany, and keep the remaining reservation, so that from Germany to Saudi Arabia and all the way back home, I would still, like, that would be usable for me. And this person that I spoke to said no. His response to me was, if I don't start out with the trip in Toronto, I lose my entire reservation. I was like, how does that make sense? Like, I'm really trying to work with you guys, but it's not working. Basically, in order for me to keep my reservation, I had to fly with United Airlines, and I guess it's just clicking that United Airlines had to like fly through USA and stuff like that. So long story short, I couldn't fly through USA, and I was like this isn't gonna work because I can't fly through United States, and I don't have enough time to get a freaking transit visa. And at the end, he's just like, I'm sorry ma'am, I can't help you. The only other thing I can do is cancel your flight and give you credit towards United Airlines. I'm like, how does that help me? Oh my god. So after another 2 hours spent on the phone with Priceline, I decided to call United Airlines again, and after another freaking like 2 hours on the phone, I gave in. I hope you guys can hear me. Like, I'd be kind of pissed if you guys can't hear me right now. But yeah, so long story short, I ended up rebooking my entire trip, something that I had booked months in advance and saved money on. I just ended up paying double, more than double for this trip. So it's been a crazy few hours. That's the first part of the story. I think I'm gonna go into the cabin and explain the second part of actually getting to the airport and getting to this place. It is 7:16. I'm gonna quickly walk around the airport and I will come back with the next part of my story soon. These are the nap cabins, and this is mine. So it was occupied, wonderful, and all that stuff. I already put in the code, so just gonna show you guys what the inside looks like. So it's small, it's cozy. Honestly, it's everything you need for like in a freaking airport. There's a little station here. I don't know if there's like private like Wi-Fi, but I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like before I mess it up. So I'm gonna drop off my stuff now, walk around downstairs, and I'll be back to talk to you guys. made it back into my nap cabin. I walked around. I didn't buy water. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I literally walked around and was looking at the duty free. I saw some good, like, well-priced liquor, but I can't buy liquor right now because I'm going to Saudi Arabia and you're not allowed to have liquor over there. So my plan is on the way back, hopefully in Vienna, because I'm flying through Vienna. My layover is in Vienna, Austria. Hopefully they have some decently priced liquor because I'm gonna buy some. I want to buy some well-priced liquor. But yeah, so I saw that, and then I saw perfume. I love the main perfume I wear is Lancome La Vie est Belle. I saw that it was like $20 off, and mine is almost done, so I decided to grab one of those. And then I also found another one. Actually, let me show you guys. I might as well show you and not drop all of my stuff everywhere. Okay, so here's my bag. Oh, this is my bag. So I bought 2 perfumes because they're on sale and you're not paying taxes on them. So I bought this one, La Vie est Belle, and this one, oh my gosh, so this is very floral, but it's still very, this is just everything. If you haven't tried either of these, I recommend these. Every time people like smell perfume on me, they're like, what are you wearing? And that's what I'm wearing. Oh, you guys just got free tea or free tips, something like that. Okay, and I came back in here and I wanted to experiment with the light, so I think I'm gonna change it to a relaxing light, my sleep light, before I tell the final story. So this is the cute little thing we have going on, the cute little screen. It says entertain yourself. I wonder if music plays. Let's see. Hello. Oh. Okay, thank you. Let's try this one. More relaxing. So yes, this definitely entertained / scared me. And this is relaxing me. I like it. Can I lower the volume? Anyway, I don't want to experiment too much. What I do want to show you is the light. So you can dim and brighten the light in here. Hopefully you guys can see that in the screen. Okay, and then relax yourself. Come on now. What is going on? There we go. Okay, and now we are orange. We are relaxed. So I'm gonna tell you guys the final story. Hopefully you guys don't mind me telling it this way before going to bed. I'm just gonna sleep for like 3 hours. I have this reservation for another 4 hours, basically 3 hours and 55 minutes. So let's tell the story. So the other bad thing that happened to me on the way here is, so I got an Uber from my house to the train. Basically, I don't know if I like myself like this. Are we going for it? I guess so. So I got an Uber from my house to the train because the train over here is like the train in New York. It gets in faster to airport. So while on the train, the second stop, the stop right before the stop to the airport, I decided to check my passport. I don't know why I didn't check this at home. I did, but I didn't. Let me just keep explaining myself. So I looked at my passport. I opened up this like booklet that I put my passport in, and like there's a passport in there. So I just assumed that that was my most up-to-date passport, but I have like 3 or 4 passports. And so I opened up the actual passport. I'm like, let me just open up the passport, and lo and behold, I was carrying my expired passport. So the passport with my visa was at home. I wasn't even sure where it was because I thought I had used my most up-to-date passport yesterday when dealing with the whole fiasco. But then I remembered that I had actually used a passport picture from my phone, which I had scanned earlier, and I didn't actually use the physical passport. So I had to stop I had to get off at the first stop, get an Uber home, and then yeah, found my passport. I wasn't sure where it was, but luckily when I ran in, I knew I went to one place and it was there, and so that went well. And then I ended up getting another Uber, going back to the train and coming here. And yeah, I arrived at like I think 3. No, I arrived at like 2:30. I was checked in by 3 and I was boarding by like 4, so I was safe, but I was scared. Oh my gosh, I was thinking to myself, like, what if I can't find my passport in time? I'm freaking screwed. But yeah, so those are the 2 horrible things that happened to me so far. Or that's it. You know what? I'm just gonna proclaim that those are the only bad things that will happen to me. They've already happened. Nothing else bad is going to happen. It's all positive, good energy, good luck. Oh, how do I say this? Nothing bad is going to happen to me anymore. I'm looking forward to just being home. I'm looking forward to seeing my mom, to seeing my dad. I'm looking forward to celebrating my birthday. If you guys don't know, my birthday is on December 5th. I'm looking forward to the photo shoots that I will have. I'm looking forward to seeing my coach, Coach Lynch, if you see this. I mean, you already know that I'm coming back, so we just need to talk about the deets. Where are we going? Who are we talking about? Yada yada yada. I'm looking forward to seeing Jacob too from the rec center, so that should be fun. Hey Jake. Yeah, and then I'm looking forward to the second part of my trip. I'm not going to ruin it, so I'll just like live in the moment with it with you guys, so that you guys have to actually come along to see what happens. But I think that's it for now. I'm just gonna relax. I might pick up my camera and vlog until I land in Saudi Arabia. I doubt I will, but we'll see. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it so far. Happy December 1st, and I will see you soon. Bye.